Welcome to Golfin' Around. It's a very special episode as we preview the 2020 Arnold Palmer Invitational here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Resort in Orlando, Florida. Plus, we're going to take a look back at some of the best courses, holes, and designs of Golfin' Around in 2019. So let's tee it up this week on Golfin' Around from the Arnold Palmer Invitational. All right, as we tee it up on our look back at 2019 and some of the best golf courses, we've got to start right here at Bay Hill, Arnold Palmer's old stomping ground. You know what, when Arnold Palmer came here to Bay Hill in the 1960s, and John certainly knows this, he fell in love with the place, and in the early 70s, he says, you know what, I like it so much, I'm gonna buy the place. You know, and that was Arnie, man. When he made a decision and his mind was steadfast on going for the green and going for it, John, as you like to say, he went for it and he bought Bay Hill. Tremendous resort. When the pros come here, what kind of feedback do you get from them?
Great feedback. It's a big boys golf course, but it's the sort of golf course that anyone can play. The approaches to the greens, many of them have openings where you can run the ball on. So if you're a bogey golfer or if you're a tour pro, it happens to be in the rough, you can run the ball onto the green, and they love it. It's demanding. Teeing, landing areas are wide enough for the longest hitters, but not so narrow to scare them away. And yes, it's well bunkered, as you can see behind us. Got a little bit of water too.
Bay Hill's spectacular as it is, but several years ago you went through a renovation. Ed Say, Arnold Palmer, Brandon Johnson put there. Was Ed still with us at the time?
No. Mr. Say had passed at that point.
Yeah, I wonder what he thought of you guys tweaking his golf course.
Well, what they did to it, they made it more modern, although at the same time kept it very, very playable. I think he would have approved. Fairway bunkers you couldn't see, and some of the greenside bunkers you couldn't see that well either. So they changed how they were pitched, and now, fortunately or unfortunately, you can see if you're in a bunker. I definitely,
the way I play with a 54 handicap, I like to know where the bunkers are so I can avoid them and somehow still get in them.
You'll see them now, for sure.
You know, I should be paying you a lot of money as director of instruction to make me a better golfer, but that's money I could spend in a bar, John. That's the logic of that.
Unfortunately, you're more apt to spend it in the bar than you are with me.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Well, also about the redesign last year here at Bay Hill, you went ahead and redid the irrigation system, and that's already having benefits in itself.
Absolutely. The irrigation system that we've got now, we can throw water where we want, when we want, as long as we want. So the agronomy has really progressed to a new level. The ground staff really likes it. The tour pros commented, very positively about the golf course this year when they came and played. So, money well spent. Yeah, and
we're here at the end of May now. June is coming, and things are still lush, green, spectacular for Orlando, Florida at this time of year.
Yes, and it's been quite warm for the last couple of weeks, and there really aren't any burnt out spots.
It's a beautiful golf course, so guess what? It is now, the director of instruction, who actually plays beautiful golf, is going to take us on a little tour of Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Resort golf course. So, Johnny, put your A game in effect, baby.
All right,
let's go out on the greens. All right, Johnny, when the pros come here, this is one of those holes where they own, but for a high hacker like me, the USGA rules allows me at a 54 to get a card.
Really?
Yes, 54 handicap, and darn proud of it. So I've got to play this hole, with some skill and finesse. Tell us about number 6.
Well, number 6 from the back tees is just shy of 600 yards. 600 yards. So first thing, we should probably, tee it forward if we were going to play. That would be the smart thing. And really, if you play it wisely, don't take the Palmer line.
What is the Palmer line?
Well, the Palmer line would be out over the lake here.
Yeah.
And,
is that what he did?
Go for the green in 2. Oh, sure.
I love it.
He wasn't a fan of laying up. That's
never.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but if we hit one out kind of towards the bunkers on the right, and then we can lay it up wisely and get on the green in regulation. A couple of putts, maybe make a putt.
Is this par 4 or 5 at 600?
Par 5.
Yeah, because that'd be pretty evil,
Yes.
you know, to say, you know, let's do it on 4. Well, go ahead and tee it up. I wish you great luck taking the Palmer line.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sweet. How do you do that, sir?
One take.
Sweet. Dude. Love this hole. And what happened here?
Mr. Palmer had a great story that he shared with me the first time that I played golf with him, playing this hole. We were waiting, and Howdy Giles, his dentist,
Yeah.
said, "Arnold, tell us that story about the time you made par on this hole." And I was like, "Par?" It's like, "Yeah." Well, apparently he had a caddy, Willie, and Willie suggested that it was 200 yards and that he should hit his 3-iron because there was negligible wind. So, you know, hitched his pants, went through his routine, hit the shot right on line, splash.
Oh, no.
He wasn't happy. So he looks at Willie, kind of the way he could look at somebody. "Please bring me the 2-iron." Hands him the 2-iron, tees it up, goes through his routine, hits it in the hole
Nice!
for a par.
For a par. That is a wonderful story.
Well, it gets better because he looks at Willie and he says, "Willie, I knew it wasn't a 3-iron. He said, "Mr. Palmer, you hit that 2-iron a little fat."
Oh.
So when I play this hole, that's the story that I remember most.
I love it. And you're going to hit this with a 2-iron today?
No, the 2-iron has left the bag years ago.
No.
I'll be hitting something else.
What's our distance?
We're about 190 yards from this tee.
Yeah, you know, this is one of those par 3s that, you know, it's not a wedge in or an 8 or a 9. This one for, well, amateur golfers like myself with a handicap of 54 makes you go to work. And, you know, Johnny, for me, this is a hybrid hole that I've got to go at that. But director of instruction, I know you're going to be smooth and nut it.
We're going to try.
All right, let's see what happens.
All right, well, fortunately, Tank gave me a good yardage. I'm pin high, just a little more than 20 feet out. A little bit left to right, but from this length, I'm really just trying to snuggle it up there close and make sure that I can secure a 3 before I move over to the 18th tee.
Go, 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 go! 1.
Nice. Victory lap. All right, so here we are where most of the pros would like to have their approach shot come from on the weekend here during the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Just about 150 yards left, a little wind off the right, water short and right, so we definitely don't want to hit one like Tank. We
No.
want to hit it on the green.
No, because, you know, I can't tell you how many fish, unfortunately, I've hurt during the years, Johnny. I mean, I don't want to hurt fish or fowl, but it happens. But I'm not the director of golf at the wonderful Arnold Palmer Bay Hill Resort, so you need to focus and put it at the stick.
Well, keep in mind, teaching pro, not touring pro. But I'll give it my best try.
Drinking pro.
Oh, hey. there
Good
you
luck,
go.
buddy.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. You go in, the smell of peat just overwhelms
Oh, yeah.
you.
Okay, well, I navigated that very nicely. I'm quite happy with this shot. Just about 15 feet left for birdie. It would be a great way to end the day here on the golf course. I'm gonna just probably play it just outside the left edge and see if I can't cozy it in there.
For the 2027 Arnold Palmer Invitational, our champion, John O'Leary. John, where did you get your focus to drain that thing?
Well, Arnold Palmer, where else?
Let's go get an Arnold Palmer with some Tito's handmade vodka. What do you say?
Sounds pretty tasty.
Let's go. That was excellent, my man.
One of my favorite parts of golfing around is I get to travel to great golf destinations. You know, we visited the Aruba Divi Resort back in October of 2019. What a fabulous resort. Hey, welcome to this week on Golfing Around. I'm here in beautiful Aruba. We're going to tour the Divi Golf Resort. What a fabulous 9-hole facility nestled right up against the beautiful blue waters and white sandy beaches of Aruba. So let's tee it up on Golfing Around from the Divi Golf Resort.
Welcome to Divi Golf and Beach Resort here in Aruba. Divi Links, our golf course, is 9 holes with 2 par 5s, 2 par 3s and 5 par 4s. It's a proper golf course, it's not a short course. It's tricky, it's quite narrow, there's a lot of water, so people should come and have some lessons before they play. But it really is, it's a good test of golf. Normally the wind keeps it cool and the wind is normally fairly strong. So that's the testing part of playing. Our hole 9, I would call it the signature hole because it's beautiful. It's overlooked by the 2 restaurants in the clubhouse, Windows and Mulligan's, and therefore everybody's watching you playing the second shot to virtually an island green. So there's water front, sides and back. So it's a bit of a daunting. The seventh hole is a par 3 that has water, sand, a lot of sand, and a green that is slightly plateaued. It's a great hole. It's normally downwind. The back tee, it's 175 yards. So it's a challenging hole. A lot of times the ball shoots on the upslope, so it's a difficult shot to have the ball stop on the green. But you have a good time playing it. Here at Divi, in the Divi Golf and Beach Resort, we have 10 restaurants that you can eat in. We have wonderful beach right in front of the resorts that everybody can use. It really is very, very good. You will certainly have a good time in the sea and on the course.
We'll be right back to golfing around from Aruba.
Hey, you know, in northern Michigan is Boyne, Michigan, home to some incredible golf courses nestled right along the beautiful Lake Michigan coastline. You've got to discover Boyne, Michigan on your next golf journey. So let's take a look back last year, because we were up in Boyne losing golf balls.
Hey, welcome to this week on Golfin' Around. We're in beautiful northern Michigan in Boyne. What a wonderful, tranquil, peaceful place. And on top of all that, they've got incredible golf that's all nestled along Lake Michigan. So let's tee it up this week on Golfin' Around from Boyne, Michigan.
Well, northern Michigan is a special place, and people are really discovering it now from different parts of the country. And our as you can see behind me, the water and we have 11,000 lakes in the state, and it is a summer wonderland, actually. And you know, with a variety of golf courses. I mean, we're in the 700 golf courses in the state of Michigan. There's so much variety, especially here at Boyne, with having 10 golf courses. So, and the really cool thing about here is that the temperature, you know, usually ranges from 70 to 80 degrees, and you'd be able to play it until 10 o'clock at night. And so we get a lot of people going out for their second or third rounds at, you know, at 7 o'clock. Well, we think Boyne Golf is one of the greatest destination places in the country. I mean, just the variety of golf courses that we have, having 10, and each one is so significantly different than the other ones. It gives you an opportunity to come to the area with our 3 different hotels, our 3 different properties, all being within 30 miles of each other. And the variety that you can play, I think, is second to none in the country. And again, we're starting to see people that play all day long and come here from California to Atlanta and Florida and New York. Yeah, we've working with Pure Michigan, the state of you know, their campaigns. We have direct flights from Atlanta, from Fort Lauderdale, from Dallas, and from New York. And we're really seeing some growth in those areas to get out of that heat and be able to come up here and play. And not only that, the great towns that we have, the great small towns around here are second to none as well. Well, at Boyne Highlands, for instance, we have so many activities. It's by Harbor Springs, which is a town of 5,000 that, you know, has been there for a long time. It's dynamic restaurants along the water. And at Boyne Highlands, we have 4 different golf courses, which are really, really uniquely different from each other. Well, we started doing the Donald Ross course, and the reason to do it was obviously he's a great golf course architect, you know, the father, one of my personal favorites. But we tried to get some holes where our customers, we picked golf courses from east of the Mississippi, and we tried to get you know, really good golf courses that are clubs and things that our clientele would never get to play.
Hey, our first golf course in Boyne, Michigan is the Bay Harbor Golf Club. Just an incredible links golf course nestled right against Lake Michigan. Truly one of the most spectacular and visually stunning golf courses I've ever seen.
Here at Bay Harbor Golf Club, we have 3 very unique Arthur Hills 9s that we play in combination. Today we're playing the Links Quarry, so we're in transition now from the Links 9 sitting right on the side of Lake Michigan to the Quarry. Now the Quarry will lead us, the Quarry 9 leads us through an old shale quarry with views expanding back out into Lake Michigan once again. So Randy, we're on Links hole number 4. This is a 125-yard shot downhill from the orange tees. 2-layer green, and you play right back down into Little Traverse Bay on Lake Michigan. Well, it's...
You know, we're going to close out this retrospective of 2019 and golfing around some of our favorite equipment. Loudmouth golf bags, Jumbo Max golf grips, of course Sun Ice golfwear. They make some of the best golfwear out there. Hey, it's time for this week's Golfing Around equipment review.
How much thought do you put in your golf glove? Do you just go in a store and grab anyone at the best price? Well, it's time to reconsider your golf glove. The folks at Zero Friction Golf Gloves make the world's greatest golf glove. Did you ever play in maybe Scotland or Ireland? The rain starts coming down, or maybe it's your home course here in the States. What happens to your golf glove? It starts sliding around, it gets all slimy in your hand. Not with a Zero Friction glove. They're made to specially form to your hand the wetter they get, whether you're sweating in the Texas heat or whether the rain is coming down in Northern California. A Zero Friction glove will make all the difference. You'll be able to grip the glove. You'll be able to hit the ball better because you've got a Zero Friction golf glove on. I'm telling you, if you try them one single time, that will be the glove you wear the rest of your life to play golf. Zero Friction golf gloves. Your golf grips are so very important to you, aren't they? If they get worn down, if they get old, you have to get new grips. Well, I want to tell you about Jumbo Max golf grips. They're bigger, they're rounder. Do you see how round that circumference is? Why is that? So you can get more palm, more finger onto the golf grip. What happens then? You control the club head better. You control the shaft better. You control the entire club better for one single reason, because you put Jumbo Max golf grips on your sticks. I've got a really bad right hand. I've got a really bad left hand. Many years of golfing, boxing, football. These grips have made me a better player. I have more control over the club and the ball. They're remarkable. I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. Get Jumbo Max golf grips. Just go get one to start and you'll see the difference. Whether it's on your pitching wedge, whether it's on your driver, if you get Jumbo Max golf grips, you're gonna know exactly the same, well, pleasure I get from hitting a golf ball. Jumbo Max golf grips. If they're good enough for Bryson DeChambeau, they're good enough for you. Hey, how would you like to win a set of brand new Lampkin golf grips? I know you would. I know you would. So this is what you got to do. Go to the Golfin' Around Facebook pages, like and share our Facebook page for both Golfin' Around and Golfin' Around the Caribbean. And we're going to choose one lucky winner. You're going to win 12 brand new Lampkin golf grips. Brand new right out of the box, baby, for you. One lucky viewer. So easy. Just like and share Golfin' Around and Golfin' Around the Caribbean on Facebook.